I don't know how many of you have seen the bowl that I bought for the table that had holes in it. But when I was trying to modify this to do the holes, originally I had this the other way around and it was just freestanding. It didn't grip, this didn't grip as well with the indexing as it does the way this is set up. And by having it mounted on two ends, I've also got the choice of 3 indexing rows. I've taken the top row here because that means that I can put a hole in here and then reposition it halfway between. What I'm going to do is put 12 holes around and then come and do another row, and I've got the availability of indexing. When we, although all these indexings line up, you've got to stick to the one row. If you decide, oh, I'm going to use the 24 and then come up and change to here, because you've changed the angle on the indexing arm, you're out. The other thing is that the bowls that I'm making at the moment are all pretty well flat at where the hole goes in. And even with just a bit of a bend, if you use a Forstner bit or something that's completely round, it catches up here and down here and tries very hard to pull it out. So I've come up with this method of using this to get the initial hole, and then this tool, which is called an umbrella, to smooth it off. And the two things, well, the one great thing about these is as you go down, you've got a tapered hole, which marries up with the fact that as you go down, if you had the same size hole, you'd run into problems. You'd have the two holes sort of clashing in with each other. I always do the holes first and then do the finishing inside, so I don't have breakaways.
Are you planning to go right through?
Now I can go as far as I like. I'm going to go, I've marked in here the depth that I'm going to go to with this, and then I can set this arm up here. When I'm at the depth I want, I can turn it off, lock this in, and then the next hole will be the same depth. I think I've got everything as secure as possible.
Are the two tapers coincidentally the same?
They're not far off. This one's a bit wider, but this one's actually designed for steel, so it's going to have quite a long life, but it doesn't like doing the initial cutting. So I'll do a couple of holes, change the bit, and then clean it up. So put my glasses on.
Oh, she stopped.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now I can make an indexing. So I've done a design where I'm going to put another hole on a different plane in there. I could actually go a bit bigger, couldn't I, with the hole? Come back.
No, you're not quite back yet, I think.
So you mark the indexing ring with what holes you're going to use? Or are you
No,
just counting each time?
no, because I'm using this row
Oh, the
here.
one that's coincident with that one.
Yeah. So we'll just make this a little bit.
Otherwise it'd be easy to cock up, wouldn't it? I did.
Blows the whole thing.
Yeah, still work.
So it's much easier to go around with
Well,
it.
we still, but the scissors. But it's another piece of equipment you have to make then.
Yeah, oh,
You
exactly.
know, it's got something.
Yeah.
Get it right.
Or make the indexing plates for exactly what you want. Make customized.
Okay.
You don't want to see the whole, all the holes, do you?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
What time
I
are you
want to
going?
see when you get back to the beginning if it lines up again.
It all depends on whether you get the count right.
Yeah.
It's when you start doing things with the cutters that you overlap it and then you get the count wrong.
Yeah.
Because you're overlapping one cut with the next cut.
Okay, I see.
You get those overlaps wrong.
Right, I'm hoping that
Are you just going to countersink it slightly? Touch the edge only.
just moved it a bit. I think I'm right. So if you want to have a look at that hole, I can probably go a bit deeper, but I've got a lovely smooth.
Makes a big difference.
Yeah, I'll go a bit deeper with it, just to.
It's definitely happier, isn't it, with
Yeah.
Yeah.
that bit?
Less vibration, but you can still hear it putting load on the drill.
There, have a look
Oh,
at that
yeah,
nice hole.
right.
Yeah.
That's lovely.
Of course.
Well,
Special effect.
the first bowls that I ever made, I actually ended up burning all the holes,
Yeah, you would.
and it was quite a strain on all the equipment.
So do you make a tapered insert to go in there?
In there,
He's drilling holes and he'll hollow out the bowls so the holes are exposed.
Oh, right,
So that it's a wholly.
like a UFO.
So are they staying open?
Yeah, yeah. That was the.
Not epoxy or anything on it, or?
Well, you
Oh, it's
can do
totally
what you
stained
want.
glass windows.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm very impressed with that.
well, you keep going and we go over there.
We'll come back when you finish.
Yeah, when you're done.
Call us when you're done.
Yeah.
What's holding it here?
just nothing.
Nothing. Okay.
No, it's
It's
just,
just pressed against it.
yeah.
Okay.
You could actually have it on the base plate, couldn't you?
Well, I tried using the one of these, but this and that don't 100% line
But
up.
it's mounted in the chuck on this side, so
Yeah.
it's all good.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Was this tool, did it come with that edge, or if you sharpened it with a
No,
diamond
that's
hone?
it.
Wow.
They're $160.
From Terry.
Oh, no.
Everything's from Terry, isn't it?
Engineering shop.
He
There's a lot
doesn't know
that's not
about
from
these.
No, that's fine.
There's a hardware store in Thames that stocks everything. And I went in and I explained what I was doing, and they actually found this bit and got it in for me. But I'm so pleased with it, because you can see that when I take the inside out, I've got a lovely smooth. I don't have any breakaway in the, it hasn't,
Okay,
Did the bit have a brand?
possibly.
No, it's just from the point of view of tracking them down up here. You've got a
Well,
brand name, then it's
Oh.
up and easier to get.
you want to stock them, do you?
No, I don't want to stock them, but potentially if somebody wants to get one,
Well,
rather than them having to contact Thames and then Thames having to get it from whoever in Auckland.
yeah,
what do you think if you would just drill a hole first, say 8 mil, 10 mil, and then lower a milling bit into it? Would that be a good finish too? What do you think?
It's straight though.
There's an advantage in having the tapered hole though, because then it ends up, it's lightening it to pie pieces. So rather than having one hole crash into the other if you get too deep, the taper gives you that advantage.
Okay.
I think that's what you were saying with the
Yeah.
taper before,
Yes.
John,
Yeah.
is the advantage of it.
yeah.
And given the scale of the tool, you could obviously taper anything up to about 30 millimetres at this this end here. So it gives you a lot of scope, doesn't it, to change the
So
size
this
of
is
your
when
hole.
he brings out of his box, oh, I've got the full set and they're all different shapes.
30,
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
and this one's, I think, 25. No, this one's
I'll
30.
try that with a milling bit.
This one's 29.
In,
So,
Yeah, it's only a
Yeah, pull the
millimetre.
centre out first.
Makita,
in the,
Yeah, you can plunge it, yeah.
But to my surprise,
If you don't, then you
I
just drill a
I
hole
thought
first.
that step bit would
Green
go
ones.
in.
tapered green.
I thought the step bit would go in a lot smoother than it did,
Hmm?
because
Yeah.
it's designed for going through car bodywork, isn't it?
this is a wood one. This is a wood,
All right, a wood version.
yeah.
But even so, it's so incremental that the normal vibrations you've got, if you whacked a 20 millimetre bit in there and tried to go through it, you probably get all sorts of vibration because it's too big.
Tears.
So you'd use a pilot hole and gradually increase it, wouldn't you? But that saves you using multiple bits,
Yeah.
and that cleans up the result.
Yes.
So sounds brilliant.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, the thing I can't do with it is an angle. So if I wanted to drill like this, so you can see the shape that I've made purposely to fit straight up and down. I want to have bowls that are rounded and got holes in them. So I've come up with this so that when this is in the tool rest, I can then go like that.
Yep.
And I'll put it on here. I'll just put a
Depth stop.
yeah, something like a hose fitting, and then I'll be able to go.
Hose clip will do that.
Yeah, hose clip.
Yeah, but this is designed to put that into.
50 mil.
But when I tried it out, just the sheer weight of this, it just didn't like it at all.
So ideally you will be able to mount this under an angle.
Well,
The whole
I'd
stand.
like to have this, because then it's, you know, setting it up. If I take this one apart, unplug it first.
Take the whole thing up.
Yeah, just
Catch it. Reverse the touch.
ends up being quite a weighty piece of
Yeah.
material.
Mhm.
So if I'm,
How to turn that round.
yeah, I need to just do this.
What was the name of that finishing bit?
You can put your thing
It's an umbrella.
Umbrella.
Yeah,
Just the umbrella bit
yeah, umbrella
for
taper. Yeah,
taper.
umbrella drill bit.
Sorry?
Umbrella drill bit.
Perfect.
That's what I found it under on the internet.
If you Google it, the first thing you get is the ogre for the beach umbrella.
You've done it already.
He's already tracked them down. He tracked down cheap ones on Amazon. He's probably already ordered them too.
You're already at the tracking.
They're on their way.
Yeah. No.
So you can see that.
Pretty good.
Aluminium.
Yeah.
Just the support here.
Because we had this adapted. We had a new piece. They welded all the thread up that was on there and cut a DVR thread on it for us. But this, got to take another 1/2 mil or so off there, because this is actually bottoming before it goes right into the hole.
Oh.
So we're going to take another 1/2 mil off that base,
Yeah, it's a bit of play there.
Yeah.
That's not hole.
because that's
Oh.
bottoming.
Yeah.
So if we bring that plate,
Oh, well.
that plate back 1/2 mil
Minor
or a
detail.
mil,
Yeah.
it'll locate, because that's spring loaded,
Make it even.
it'll locate
Yeah.
in the hole a bit better. So if we bring that plate back a
Can I
1/2
do
mil or
this?
millimetre,
I don't think I'm
that'll
going to be
still
able
be
to.
spring loaded,
that's as
it'll
far as
hold
it
in the
goes.
hole
Yeah,
better.
I'll just put it in
Oh,
here.
it's not locking up.
No, it's probably come loose. Yeah.
Yes, this is not holding
Get
anymore.
the chuck winch, and you can tighten them up, not up underneath.
What I'd be
Spread the
looking at,
chuck
Josh,
Yeah,
is reversing
Oh,
this.
sorry, the
Take
key.
that, reverse the action, take that off, reverse it so that your handle's pushing it that way. You can clamp it there onto your tool rest.
yeah.
And you can use the,
And you can use the rigidity
Right
of
over
this and the
rib.
handle of
Yeah.
this.
Have you done it?
No, slide it over.
Because I think that's only that clamp there that's holding that on
Yeah.
to the post.
should be an
And
Allen
you should be able
key
to
there
reverse the
holding
whole
that.
thing.
How
Yeah,
much
okay.
you want to go use? More?
Yeah, we'll do.
Well, we're not going to be able to
No.
demonstrate it. Maybe if we take this off here,
Do some tightening up every now and then. Oh, it's fine to repair.
It's not.
we'll just give it a go at. Get this to come back a bit further.
I think if you tighten it too tight, it
Yeah.
Something mine does.
See, I think the other ones you tighten right up. But this one here, if you tighten right up, it doesn't
No,
slide.
they should never be tightened right up.
Right, we'll give this one a go. Just,
And they should have a set screw in the side of them too.
yeah, they should have a
Trouble
grub
is
screw,
people are-
grub screw in the
People
bottom.
are loosening them and tightening them without undoing the set screw.
last time
Ruining them.
I
Scraping.
tried this device here, I was using an ordinary drill bit. And can you see the heat of the
Yeah. Of course, you have to clean it all the time. So,
Mm.
yeah, you smell it, eh? And it's wandering a bit, isn't it?
yeah.
You get the idea. It's well done, nicely made. Too much movement, eh?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think that block wants to be a bit wider.
Depends on what moves, really. It's only this
everything.
part.
The front
Oh, it's mainly this part.
Yeah,
This is hardly moving, look. A little bit. Majority is here indeed.
Yeah,
So
Trouble
anyway,
is all the movements add up, eh?
yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
yeah.
The principle is good.
I'll just swap over and see what it looks like.
So then we put the umbrella job in it.
So someone found the umbrella on the internet, did they?
Nikita seems to sell them too, according to Hop. I'm not going to claim credit for it. It was Holmes' phone. I saw it on.
Did you happen to notice if the tool shed in Penrose stocks it at the moment?
Holmes going to stock them. He'll start selling them to you.
You paid,
He's going to be the new Terry Scott.
you paid 100 then?
60.
We've got 3 of them
Terry's
here
only
for,
interested
we got
if it's going to sell hundreds now.
Yeah.
860, there's 3 on
Alibaba.
AliExpress, $6.63 for 3 of them.
It cost you $100 to get them here.
No, why not? AliExpress is cheap.
Yeah.
And it may well be.
I like trying to get jet vans.
Nice finish, again.
Yeah, nice polished finish.
Cool.
Well, that's neat.
That's
Okay,
you
well,
done.
thank you
Yes,
very
well-
much, John. You've given me some ideas there. I think probably
Yeah.
everyone.
I'll take that.